So after Congress President picked Wayanad constituency as a second seat for Lok Sabha polls, NDA has begun discussing over fielding of a strong candidate against Rahul Gandhi. Currently, the seat has been given to BJP ally BDJS and they have already announced candidate for the constituency. However, the BJP-led NDA is now mulling several options to put up a strong fight. The first option that the NDA is mulling is to field BDJS chief Tushar Vellapalli against Rahul Gandhi. The second option that is under discussion is to return the seat to the BJP and field a top Kerala leader. Another option that is being discussed is to field some national level leader of the BJP against Rahul Gandhi. Sources say that BJP chief Amit Shah has been apprised about the situation and he will take the final call over the candidate.
देखिए, इसके लिए एक ही संकेत है कि वो डर गए और कि अमेठी में हारने वाले हैं, क्योंकि नरेंद्र मोदी भी दो जगह से लड़े। उस समय कांग्रेस ने प्रचार किया कि ये तो गुजराती है, इसको कुछ इंडिया के बारे में पता नहीं है, तो इसीलिए उन्होंने यूपी से लड़ाई की थी। इनके लिए 3 बार वो जीत गए हैं वहाँ से, अब क्यों उनको एक और जगह से लड़नी है? अमेठी छोड़ दें, इसी में यहीं अकेला लड़े, तो ये डर के मारे उन्होंने किया है।
See, it will be a big push for Mr. Rahul Gandhi to be contesting from South India, so that they galvanize the cadres and enthuse the voters who are there in this region. Probably it's a good choice to contest from both these places.
Rahul Gandhi ji contesting from northern and southern states will definitely give a boost to the party Congress workers, and it is a pleasure for all of us to strengthen the party under his leadership. I welcome the move of the Kerala Pradesh Congress Committee requesting the Honorable Congress President to contest from Wayanad.
Ashutosh Mishra now joins me live for further inputs on the story. Ashutosh, while on the one hand the BJP is busy accusing that Congress President is in fact nervous and hence this second seat option from Wayanad in the south of India, however, they are going ahead, they have gone in the huddle, they are mulling that they have to go ahead and field a strong candidate now. So, who is nervous here really?
Good morning, Griha, and to all our viewers watching this broadcast. And yes, the big story that we saw yesterday when Congress announced officially that Rahul Gandhi will be contesting from Wayanad seat in Kerala other than Amethi. The first reason that was given by AK Antony, that is a tri-junction of 3 states, and there was demand from all these 3 state units of Congress, be it in Kerala, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, that Rahul Gandhi should choose a seat in South India, Southern India, to follow the legacy of his parents, his family. Remember, Sonia Gandhi, Indira Gandhi, they have contested one of the seats in South India. So this was the one demand and one reason that that Congress party is citing. At the same time, the BJP is questioning Rahul Gandhi that why is he looking for a safe seat. They believe that Smriti Irani gave a challenge to Rahul Gandhi in 2014, though she lost. This time, yet again, she is contesting against Rahul Gandhi, and BJP believes that Rahul Gandhi may not have a better luck in this elections in Amethi, and probably that's why he is choosing a safe seat. He's looking for a safe seat in Kerala. At the same time, the message that BJP wants to give out is that we are not going to give an easy way to Rahul Gandhi. We have projected Smriti Irani in Amethi. Subsequently, he should face a similar challenge from BJP in Kerala.
Right.
Now, the third perspective is that, is BJP strong enough in Kerala to give a challenge to Rahul Gandhi? Right now, the place where I'm standing, this is the headquarters of Marxist Communist Party of India. Remember, in Kerala, the arch rivals are LDF, the CPM-led LDF and the Congress-led UDF. There have been traditionally a fight between these two factions, LDF and UDF. So the LDF has, the decision taken by Congress has somewhere upset the left parties. Yesterday, Prakash Karat, while speaking to India Today, clearly said that Rahul Gandhi and Congress, when they one-sidedly say that they are fighting against Prime Minister Modi, against BJP, against NDA, why they are contesting against LDF candidate. Remember, the Wayanad seat has been traditionally with CPI candidate because in the left front, the distribution of seats, the Wayanad seat has been given to the CPI. They have not announced the candidate yet. So now the left party is objecting by this announcement made by the CPI because traditionally there has been fighting between these two factions. They are saying that we are ready to not only to take on BJP but also to take on Congress. Now the fourth perspective is that when all the opposition parties, the opposition camp uniting against BJP-led NDA for 2019 in form of shaping a Mahagathbandhan, a greater alliance. This has created a split because when CPM is questioning, remember, there have been talks between Congress and CPM to contest in Bengal together. Now there is a split in Kerala because Congress is now going to challenge a CPM, a left party,
Absolutely.
left front at the Wayanad seat.
Right,
BJP, however, wants to give a message that will put out a strong candidate against Rahul Gandhi. But do they have a hold in Kerala and that to seat like Wayanad to even give a challenge to Rahul Gandhi? That's the bigger question coming out.
Ashutosh, thank you so much for joining us with all those details and your inputs there. Now, for the first time in his political career, Congress chief Rahul Gandhi will be contesting the upcoming Lok Sabha elections from 2 seats. One from his family bastion in Amethi and another one from Wayanad in Kerala. The BJP and left have trained guns at Rahul Gandhi over this decision. Take a look.
After days of big speculations, Congress finally put a seal of approval on Rahul Gandhi's second seat, picking Kerala's Wayanad along with family bastion of Amethi, which he represents for the last 15 years.
He has given his consent, and that now I am very happy to inform you that Rahul Gandhi will contest from Wayanad.
While the Congress justified the move as the massive southern connect and pointed to Modi contesting Varanasi and Vadodara in 2014, the BJP mocked it as a safety move to avoid a certain defeat.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने ये जवाब क्यों नहीं दिया कि मोदी जी गुजरात छोड़कर क्यों भाग गए, वो बनारस क्यों गए? इसका मतलब गुजरात में स्थिति खराब थी।
राहुल गांधी केरल की ओर भागे हैं अमेठी छोड़कर। क्यों केरल भागे हैं? आप सबको मालूम है अमेठी में इस बार उनका हिसाब किताब चुकता होने वाला है।
The BJP accused Rahul of eyeing Christian and Muslim votes in Wayanad, where Hindus are in a minority.
The reality of Mr. Rahul Gandhi's extraordinary escape from Amethi and landing in the sanctuary of Wayanad is evident because of the ethnic profile of Wayanad.
But the sharpest attack came from the left front, which said that Rahul is betraying the battle against BJP and choosing to fight the left itself, even vowing to defeat Rahul at all costs.
The LDF is working to defeat the UDF in Kerala, of which Mr. Rahul Gandhi is now a candidate. And we will ensure the defeat of the UDF in all the seats in Kerala, including Wayanad.
Rahul and Congress, they will, in this Wayanad constituency, Rahul's Waterloo in this election. Kerala LDF is in Kerala is very, very strong movement. So we'll defeat Rahul in here.
Rahul has been facing an increasingly tight fight in Amethi with a combative Smriti Irani.
Rahul Gandhi has decided to contest in Wayanad. What do you have to say about that?
Wayanad, on the other hand, has elected a Congress candidate in 2009 and 2014. The Congress hopes that Rahul in Wayanad will help it win new grounds while cushioning it from dwindling victory margin in Amethi.
Once a cakewalk, the Gandhi family bastion has turned into a tricky field for the Congress president, with entry of Smriti Irani backed by the might of Modi and Shah. His victory margin took a nosedive in 2014, and sensing a tougher battle this time, the think tank of the Congress party has decided to go for a plan B in order to avoid any embarrassment for Rahul Gandhi. In Amethi with camera person Neeraj Kumar, Nilanshu Shukla for India Today.
And days after Congress President Rahul Gandhi promised minimum income scheme for the poor, Prime Minister Narendra Modi fired at the Grand Old Party. The Prime Minister, while addressing lakhs of people from Delhi's Talkatoora Stadium via video conferencing, called Congress's Garibi Hatao slogan a sham. Modi said that the generations of Congress leaders from Jawaharlal Nehru to Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi also raised the slogans of Garibi Hatao but did nothing to curb poverty. He said that under Congress governments, the poverty only increased in India. Remember, Rahul Gandhi last month promised to pay 72,000 rupees per annum to 5 crore poorest of the poor families under minimum income scheme if his party is voted to power.
इस देश के पहले प्रधानमंत्री ने गरीबी के प्रति चिंता व्यक्त की थी, गरीबी दूर करने की बात कही थी। मैं 50-55 की बात कर रहा हूं। उसके बाद उनकी बेटी ने उसको आगे बढ़ाया, गरीबी को भी बढ़ाया और नारे को भी बढ़ाया। उसके बाद बेटी के बेटे ने बढ़ाया, उसने भी गरीबी बढ़ाई और नारा भी बढ़ाया। गरीबी बढ़ती है और नारा बड़ा होता जाता है। फिर बेटे की वीडो ने रिमोट कंट्रोल से देश चलाया 10 साल, उसने भी आगे बढ़ाया। अब उनके शाहजादे आए, वो भी चला रहे हैं। अगर आप ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड देखोगे, अगर 4 पीढ़ी एक ही विषय को बार बार बोलती जा रही है और करने में कुछ नहीं, तब नए मतदाताओं का काम है कि इस प्रकार का झूठ बोलने वालों को समझना पड़ेगा, समझना पड़ेगा।
And from Delhi, the focus shifts to Telangana as all eyes will be in the state today as Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Congress President Rahul Gandhi will be addressing multiple rallies. Prime Minister will address a mega rally at Lal Bahadur Shastri Stadium in Hyderabad. The Prime Minister Telangana visit holds significance for BJP in the wake of its dismal performance in recently concluded state polls. Meanwhile, Rahul Gandhi will be addressing 3 poll rallies at Zahirabad, Vanaparthi and Huzurnagar areas. Remember, BJP is fighting alone on all the 17 seats in Telangana, while the Congress has the backing of the TDP-led Chandrababu Naidu. And with just 2 weeks left to go for the polls, opposition parties in fact have upped the ante against Modi-led union government. At a mega rally in Andhra Pradesh's Visakhapatnam, TMC chief and West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee threw an open challenge to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Taking a dig at the Prime Minister for not holding any press conference in the last 5 years, the Trinamool chief dared the PM to have a face-to-face debate with her. On this occasion, the Aam Aadmi Party chief and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal also hit out at Narendra Modi, accusing his government of creating an atmosphere of fear in the country.
मोदी जी, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में तो आप कभी नहीं किया, तो आइए ना एक डिबेट हो जाए। अगर बाहर में होता है तो हमारा इधर में क्यों नहीं होता है? एक डिबेट हो जाए, एनी टीवी कैन डू इट। आई एम रेडी टू फाइट विथ यू politically. I'll ask the question and you reply. You ask me the question, I will reply. हम कोई पेपर लेके नहीं आएंगे, टेलीप्रॉम्प्टर लेके नहीं आएंगे, कोई स्पीच तैयार करने नहीं आएंगे करके जनता का साथ डायरेक्ट इंटरप्शन होना है, इंटरेक्शन होना है तो होने दो। देखते हैं किसका बाजू में कितना जोर है।
जितने भ्रष्टाचार ये लोग करते हैं, अपनी जांच नहीं करवाते, बाकी पूरे देश के लोगों पे इन्होंने सीबीआई, ईडी, इनकम टैक्स सब एजेंसी छोड़ी हुई हैं। हमारे दिल्ली के अंदर आम लोगों के ऊपर इनकम टैक्स के रोज छापे पड़ते हैं, ईडी के लोग छापे पड़ते हैं, हमारे बिजनेसमैन घबराए हुए हैं, हमारे व्यापारी घबराए हुए हैं, इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट घबराए हुए हैं। सारे देश को मोदी और अमित शाह ने डरा के रखा हुआ है।
Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister and TDP Chief Chandrababu Naidu has fired at Prime Minister Modi, accusing him of betrayal and cheating. Speaking exclusively to India Today, Naidu said that the Prime Minister lied to the people of Andhra Pradesh over the long-pending demand for special category status. He claimed that the Prime Minister failed to keep his promise and betrayed the people of Andhra Pradesh. Naidu defended TDP's exit from NDA alliance last year and said that the people of Andhra Pradesh will punish BJP for not fulfilling the special status promise. Listen in.
In Andhra Pradesh, who is your competitor? Because from the ground it appears that it is YSRCP. From your rally speeches it appears it's Narendra Modi. There is no mention per se as much.
Not much. Every day I am only fighting against Jagan Mohan Reddy, YSR Congress, his collusion with BJP, his collusion with TRS. He is also confirming. Yesterday he appreciated Prime Minister. He acknowledged Prime Minister got Kia Motors to Andhra Pradesh. You don't have any role. You want to take Kia Motors to Gujarat. I grabbed it, I got it. Now this is the way he is promoting, and also he established recently Federal Front. KCR is promoting. He is supporting Andhra Pradesh for special status. Why can't we support him? I am asking when he told. Can you give a letter? Nothing. So he is also lying.
Supporting special status, that is what he says, that I will support whoever supports special status for Andhra Pradesh.
No, but I am saying, he said KCR is supporting special status. So I am with him.
Okay, when did KCR say it? Is the question that you asked.
Even in Hyderabad, during election, last assembly election, Sonia Gandhi committed for special status. Immediately said, no, you cannot give. If at all you give to Andhra Pradesh, we have to give to us.
Now, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath is facing fire after 2015 Dadri lynching accused was spotted in his poll rally. Vishal Singh, who is accused of lynching Muhammad Akhlaq, was seen cheering for Yogi during his poll rally in Uttar Pradesh's Bishada village. The accused is the son of the local BJP leader Sanjay Singh, and he was in the front row of the rally which Yogi Adityanath addressed. AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi lashed out at the BJP, accusing it of siding with lynchers. In a tweet, Owaisi said that the Saffron Party prevents people wearing black from attending its rallies but gives first row ticket to a man accused of lynching. Remember, Akhlaq was lynched by a mob over the suspicion of beef consumption in September 2015. Samajwadi Party patriarch Mulayam Singh Yadav will file his nomination papers from Mainpuri Lok Sabha constituency today. Before heading to the filing of nomination, the Samajwadi Party founder will perform puja and safai. Mulayam will be accompanied by his son Akhilesh Yadav and wife Dimple Yadav. However, Mulayam's estranged brother Shivpal Yadav is giving the nomination event a skip. After filing his nomination, Mulayam Singh will be addressing a public rally at Mainpuri. The SP patriarch had represented the constituency thrice earlier in 1996, in 2004 and 2009. Currently, he represents Azamgarh Lok Sabha constituency.
नेताजी को हम शुभकामनाएं देंगे, बधाई देंगे और उनकी हम मदद करेंगे और उनको जिताएंगे.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.